Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Don Joe number 1467 in a 626 finish. This is a satin chrome kick-down door holder. And first impressions are good. Anything that's heavy equates to good. And it is heavy, weighs about 0.6 pound. However, the real Achilles heel on kickdown door holders is the spring that's back here. And I can tell you that this one is larger. This spring will literally fatigue and fail and simply crack over time, because the horn of the kickdown door holder is what's compressing that spring, flattening the spring, holding it up. And that's where you'll have these fail. But that spring being wider, I should say, I would expect that you're going to get a nice amount of operation out of it in terms of cycles. Okay, this is in a 626 finish, but there's no real issue because of the fit and finish. It's good. It's brass. It's solid brass. It's just a kickdown door holder, which is obviously a piece of utility hardware. But certainly at a distance, it's certainly very attractive. Okay, something solid piece of brass like this could afford a higher caliber finish to it. I would say that this could certainly have that as well. Replaceable bumper down at the bottom, and there is a link below this video to the replacement bumper for that. I would very much recommend that you buy some of these at the time you order this, if you've got some volume on the door, because if you use this occasionally on the back door of or the garage door of your home to bring in groceries, I probably wouldn't buy any tips. But if this was a church door and you routinely held that open for services, and that was up and down all the time, I'd probably order some tips, because this piece of rubber is simply, it will fatigue. And that's the advantage of ordering it now is, you're not going to pay freight later in a year when you need to buy some. The question will be, will you be able to remember where you put them in a year? So this is the 5-inch size, and it's the larger. It's the larger of the two common sizes, and that dimensions generally from the pivoting axis down to the bottom of the boot, or thereabouts. Okay. When the door is in the held open position, you can see you're going to have a projection of about 3-inch. The pad on the back, the mounting point, is about 1 5/16 inches by 2 1/8 or so. It's going to include 4 screws and a complementary finish. And where would you use the 5-inch version? Well, when you had an undercut that was greater, bottom of that mounting pad down to the bottom of the rubber holder is about 3 5/8. So you can imagine in your mind's eye, if a typical undercut is, 3/4 inch, this would be well adequate to get that door to hold open. However, what you'll encounter is the distance from the bottom of the door to the floor in the closed position could be very different when you take that door and open it to 90. If you've got concrete that levels away from your opening, which of course would be very common, that small dimension could grow substantially. Or you might just simply need to increase the height at which this is mounted onto the door to avoid the bottom structure of the door. You don't want to drill through the bottom inverted channel if it's a steel door, things of that nature. But generally, when your undercut is greater than average is when you'll simply use the 5-inch version, which is about 1 inch, 1.25 inches larger than the more common. And there is a manufacturer who makes incredibly long pieces, long kickdown door holders, and if you have such a need, reach out to us. Where you might see that is when you have a door on the back of a home, concrete limestone sill, door opens up, but then there's a deck below the sill, so there's a step down, and you could literally have 10 inches. So some people might install that in that sort of application. This is going to be available in, obviously, 626, that's satin chrome, and the finish as seen here. It's going to be also available in the polished brass color, 605, in a polished chrome, which is 625, and then, of course, the 626 satin chrome, again, 613 oil rubbed bronze. Those four finishes available in this. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called Template, where you can review the dimensional properties of the holder that we've basically gone over. There's also a link below this video to the product catalog, where you can review the door stops, holders, and bumpers from Danjo. A handy reference when you're looking for wall stops, floor stops, baseboard mounted stops, hold open, non-hold open, lighter duty compared to some that are quite heavier duty. Roller stops are there as well. The door holders in all of the different configurations are available there for you to review. About halfway through that catalog. Plunger style holders are very common. The 1458 is also very common. You'll see that one. The more durable 1520 series are very common. You'll see those in schools. Obviously a manual hold open like this would be on a non-fire rated door. So don't put these on fire rated doors. They would violate the fire rating of that opening. And the rest of the catalog is there for reference. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the Danjo products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Danjo, this is their part number 1467 in a 626 finish, 5-inch kickdown door holder, or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.